is up, everybody? It is Wreaker, and welcome back to the Minecraft survival world. We are down in the manufactured lush caves that we were working on last episode. We did the facade of the crop farm you see behind me, and did a lot of the terraforming. But we've got another project to work on. Down here, I teased this thing, and just land here. I actually built this slightly wrong. I added a few extra blocks, but we're gonna jump into a time lapse here in a second. This will be our first project, but see how long it takes you guys to figure out what we're actually building. And here we have a rare appearance of editing mode Wreaker. Just letting you guys know, I've spent quite a bit of time. Main reason why this episode's a little late. Working on the audio setup, just trying to get it figured out. Hopefully it sounds a little bit better, as well as I've been tweaking recording software in the middle of an episode, which, yeah. So if that's why things are jumpy, back and forth, that would be why. Also, replay mod doesn't like to show my skin, so that's why there's a rogue Alex. As well as, I didn't have a plan for this build when I started, or I had a rough plan, so that's why there's some materials that jump back and forth. But yeah, enjoy the time lapse. Yes and no, actually, because while the farm looks built around me, hopefully it actually looks a little bit different previously. Yeah, I'm recording this about halfway through the project because I wanted to actually show the redstone. So, I haven't actually recorded building the rest of the outside of this yet, so hopefully I did that. I'll find out in editing. But essentially, all the trapdoors that hold the water back are hooked up. One line there, one line right up there on top of that block, and one there. And when the lines are unpowered, all the trapdoors go down and let the water out. And yeah, that's the interesting part. Or that's the basic part. It's pretty much an exact copy over on the other side, but the interesting part comes down here. When I press the harvest button, which I probably should have shown, when I press this button to harvest, which we'll do here in a minute, it'll send a pulse down to this piston, which is a normal piston, which will push this redstone block over to here, which will... Oh yeah, there is a skeleton spawner right here that I just decided not to break because chaos. It'll send a signal to both sides, This goes that way. That goes to your side. And it'll dispense the water. And it'll keep it dispensed. But at the same time, it also goes down here. Can't go that way. Got it blocked off. But on both sides, I have armor stands. And a pose and all that. And yeah, this took some figuring out how to do. But there's bubble columns on each side. And is this the most efficient way? No. But it might be the most extra, and I kind of had the idea for it, wanted to do it, so yeah. The most useless feature, but I think it's awesome. And now the first test of all 12 pads. Like, I did one test just to get enough to plant everything. But yeah. We watch everything harvest, and we see an armor stand pop up there and pop up there. We hear a lot of splashing of items. And there's I've only gotten like 1 or 2 pieces of nether wart stuck up there, and I'm fine with that. And when the armor stands pop back down, they turn the entire water stream off. So, yeah. And need that, and that should be enough to replant if I remember right. Although I do recommend, if you ever do anything with soul sand, go get soul speed. I built this thing without soul speed. It was a pain. I went and actually grinded out some soul speed. Ugh, got the hiccups. But went and grinded out some soul speed just for replanting. Been huge. But yeah, I will replant this and then hopefully jump back into the present slash future slash whatever time of whatever timeline. Yeah, they added new sound effects to Soul Sand. It spooked me there for a second. Anyway, yeah, we'll join in the correct timeline in whatever pretzel we are in. And we are now currently in the correct timeline. Yay. But yeah, I'm actually pretty proud of this farm because it's overly extra and the armor stands are useless and all that. But hey, I like it. I like the look of it. And this is, I have an idea for a over-the-top nether wart farm. I just need to spend some time in creative to sketch it out because it's super elaborate. But this was like the budget and space-friendly version of it. So yeah, I probably won't be building it here. But if I have an industrial area, like an industrial district, who knows? It might also appear somewhere down the road. But just doing some decoration, starting to at least. I'm essentially, because this is very nethery, and yes, I'll explain that here in a second. Because this is very nethery with soul sand, and I always think his deep slate is just kind of it blends very well. Went ahead and started to get this. I'm not sure how I like it and whatnot. The difficult part is you see all the water droplets. All the polished granite, stone bricks. All this is just like a submerged lake that I found out was back here while I was digging all this out. So, yeah. I might need to see if I can raid some guardian temples just so I can drain, like get some sponge to drain it a little bit easier. And then I'll probably carve this back a little bit. And then, essentially turn it into a nether lake area as if like the nether is starting to invade. But I got burps. But yeah, I got a little stuck on just inspiration for that. And yeah, and I am very glad I went with deep slate for the main block instead of nether wart or nether brick, which I still need to hide some spots. Terraforming is not my strong point yet. But yeah. And yeah, I was gonna work on the amethyst stuff today, but between this just had a few issues. It took me a while to build it. Had some stuff IRL to take care of. But yeah. Also, I like got done recording a bunch of stuff, and I remembered, oh yeah, we have nether wart up in the main storage system. So essentially what I've got is I have just enough nether wart to replant everything, and the water stream essentially passes over. There's an hopper behind this one. We'll pass over, and once like this chest and the hoppers behind it are full, everything else goes up that way. So this way, most of it will go up there, but we'll still have enough to replant every time. So I figured it works. Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. This farm took me a little bit longer just because of some IRL stuff and figuring out like how armor stands work with water streams and all that. That just getting the armor stands to work was a good 45 minutes. So, and I felt they were integral. But yeah. So, next episode, we might be dealing with amethyst, we might be dealing with ADHD. That one's probably a given, but yeah. Anyways, let me know what you think of everything down in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'm going to leave you with a little clip that I did in Replay Mod. That will also be a short on this channel, but you get the full, like, widescreen version. Anyways, guys, enjoy the clip at the end. Adios, amigos.